Hey guys, welcome back to the predicted 23 for round 5 coming up against the Giants at Gather Round. My name is Ari. Before we get stuck into it, let us know what you think of these selections. Do you agree, disagree? Let us know in the comments. We love to hear from you guys. Let's quickly go over last week. I said Stocker would come in, which he did. Jack Steele, I said, would come in. He didn't get up. The health just wasn't there. They took the side of precaution with that one. O'Connell, I said, would come out, obviously, because of that concussion. And because Steele didn't come in, Hasty kept his spot. So 50-50, let's see how we go this week, and let's get straight into it. Simple change, one change. Jack Steele in, Isaac Keeler out. Let's talk through it. So Jack Steele, he's your skipper. If he's healthy, which I think he will, as I said, I think it was just precaution last week. He just comes straight back in the side into that midfield. Out, I think this one is, there's a bit more to talk about. Isaac Keeler. So yeah, I think it's just time for him to come out of the side. He just hasn't been good enough in the contest. He's been a bit of a liability, hasn't provided much for us, and being being subbed out, I think said a lot about where his position in the team is at. But there's nothing wrong with that. He's a third-year player. He'll go back to the VFL, take what he's learnt from these 3 games of AFL, and he can try and earn his spot back later in the season. So let's talk about the team balance then. Do I think we'll be fine and we'll just make that one change and not bring another toll in? I do think we'll be fine. Mason Wood, Mitch Owens, Cooper Sharman will be fine. They held up well in that last quarter. The last quarter, obviously, we kicked those 2 goals at the end. I know it took us a while to score there, but I think that's just because Port was really bringing it. Their pressure contest was elite for the first 10-15 minutes of that quarter. So I don't think the lack of scoring was because Keeler wasn't out there. So, and I think Kilda does have to come out. And the reason why I don't think they're going to bring another toll in is because really, who have we got there? It's Harry Boyd, maybe Ari if you want to swing some magnets around, but I don't think they want to do that. And then it will mean to bring Steele in, you're having to drop a Jones, Hasty, or a Burns. And I just don't think the coaches want to do that. Keep it simple. Winning side, one change. That's all we need. And with Mason Wood playing more forward, that can go up another 10-20% if Keeler comes out, and I think we will be fine. So that is the change. Let's talk about who's in contention, and I just took a deep breath because this is a very frustrating one. Max King, let's read, and Dan Butler is involved in this too. Let's read what was just put out on the injury report on the St Kilda website. Dan Butler, Achilles, and Max King knee will both be unavailable this week with slight setbacks in their respective recoveries. Butler is facing 2 to 3 weeks addressing his ongoing issues, while King will seek additional assessment this week. So quickly on Butler, he had 14 tackles in the VFL, was pretty good, but clearly he's had a setback. I don't think he would have come in anyway because Collard and Hall are playing that well. But yeah, Max King, I really hope this is just precaution and nothing more, and we will see him against the Doggies on Easter Sunday, I think. Is it Easter Sunday next week? I don't know. Whatever it is, the week after. I hope we are seeing him then. But alarm bells are definitely ringing. Is it going to be another month without Max King? I don't know. Everyone's been looking forward to seeing what the side would look like with him in this, new and well-functioning forward line. So disappointing that he's not in. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, I'm definitely concerned. Just fingers crossed that it's nothing more than just a very, very minor setback. Let's talk about Liam Henry. I think it's an interesting one with him. I just think they're going to continue with him in the VFL for conditioning reasons because he didn't have a preseason, so I think they just want to get those games into him. They said it was going to be a while and without saying a specific timeline. If he came in this week, I'd be very excited. I think that'd be great, but I think the conditioning element of it is just going to keep him in the VFL side for another 1, maybe 2 weeks. Liam O'Connell, still in concussion protocols, so nothing much more to say there. Ari Shoalmaker, he's one of Sandy's best every week, and he will continue to get AFL opportunity as the year goes on. Probably not this week, but as spots open up with injury or form, whatever it is, he'll certainly play a few more games of AFL this week and get more chances to prove himself because he's doing it at VFL level most weeks. So shout out to him for sure. Alex Taru debuted in the VFL this week. Didn't do a lot, but that's fine. He's coming off an injury. That's just about getting some consistent games in, stringing a few good performances together. performances together, and then hopefully making an AFL debut. That would be pretty awesome to see in the next few weeks. Hunter Clark, Mateus Philippou, Dougal Howard, all still a few weeks away. No updates there besides that they're tracking and they're tracking well, and no setbacks at this stage. Fingers crossed with that one. But yeah, a much shorter one this week. I'll just talk about some players who are holding their spots where the players could be coming for them pretty soon. Ryan Burns just didn't have a great game on Sunday, at least for mine. All I'm saying with him is he'd want to have a few strong games, especially this weekend, so that when those players come back that we're talking about, he's cemented his spot in the side, because I think his spot is in a bit of trouble. If he can play a few good games, I think that'd go a long way for him. I just wanted to put that one on notice. And I think Hasty and Jones are in a similar position where I spoke about on the podcast. Hasty, you got Nasai Wanganeen-Milera, Jack Sinclair on halfback. Not a lot of opportunity for a young up-and-coming halfback such as his self, and he's not really a defensive lockdown type like a Stocker or a Webster. So I think he's sort of on the fringe. Jones, when Philippou comes back, does he keep his spot? That'll be interesting to see. If they can keep playing well, it'll be a selection headache once those players do become ready. So I back all of them in. I just thought, we'll put them on notice and see how they respond. Max Hall, Lance Collard, I just want to bring up, also on the fringe, but they will be fine because they are playing so well. If Dan Butler had been fit this week, he still wouldn't have come in, because those two are really making those spots in the forward line their own. Collard, sealed the game for us and took an amazing mark. So shout out to those two. And Caminiti as well. It'll be interesting to see when Dougal Howard comes back what they're going to do there, because Caminiti has been fantastic. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. To go through the side, from fullback, Liam Stocker, Callum Wilkie, Jimmy Webster. Halfback, Nasai Wanganeen-Milera, Anthony Caminiti, Jack Sinclair. On the wings, we got Darcy Wilson and Bradley Hill. Half forward, Max Hall, Mason Wood, Mitch Owens. Full forward, Lance Collard, Cooper Sharman, Jack Higgins. In the ruck, Rowan Marshall, accompanied by Hugo Garcia, Jack Steele, and Jack McRae in the midfield there. Rounding it out on the bench, we got Toby Travalia, Ryan Burns, Zach Jones, Marcus Wintager, and the sub, obvious choice just because he's been the sub the last 2 weeks, Angus Hasty. But like I say, I wish it was just 5 interchange. I hate picking the sub. Could be Burns, could be Jones, I don't know, but Hasty seems the obvious choice. And emergencies, Harry Boyd, Ari Shellmaker, and Hugh Boxall. So I think that just about covers it. A bit of a shorter one this week because I don't think, don't change a winning side, right? Besides, of course, bringing our skipper back, which only makes us stronger. So is this contentious? I don't know. We're going to make more changes. Does Henry come back in? There is still a fair bit to be talked about, but I'm hoping for continuity's sake that it is just this one change. Still in, Keeler out. So we'll see how we go. Until next week, Saints. I actually won't be here. I'll be in Japan, so Jake's covering me next week. But the week after, I will be back. We're facing... Who are we facing that week? I think the Lions. So, yeah, ready for then. Until then, Saints, catch you soon, and up the Saints.